Alright, what's going on YouTube? This is Elite Locks. I'm just bored, so I wanted to do a quick update. Basically, this is 1 month and a couple of days, like a month and about a week, something like that. But this is what I'm looking like. For all of y'all just now watching any of my videos, you'd have to watch my old videos to kind of see, what I've done. Even though this is a fresh set of hair, I started my journey over technically this past Monday, the 4th, I believe, the 4th or 5th, whatever this past Monday was. But I still considered it a full month because I basically just took my old set and I separated them and made my part small, my section smaller. But excuse me. But yeah, this is what I look like, and I don't know if any of y'all have this. It's not. I wouldn't call it a problem, but I don't know if anybody else's hair does this. After about a couple of days of having it twisted, it just starts to get frizzy or fuzzy. But my hair is kind of fuzzy after a couple of days. You still see the parts, so I guess that's still good. But I did notice, I know in my last video I told y'all that it wasn't really flaking over my whole head, but now it's really flaking over my whole head. Like, and I know it's not dandruff because it's not itching bad. Like, it's not even really itching. But it's definitely flakage, and I think it's definitely due to whatever products you use, because even on the first day I noticed residue left over in certain sections of my hair, like around the edge of my hair. I did notice residue left over, so I'm definitely thinking it's due to the product. So next time I go to her, I'll just bring my own products and have her twist it, because the last time I retwisted myself, I used organic root stimulator like in twist gel, and I had no complaints with it. Prior to that, I was using beeswax, and I had no problems with beeswax. The only thing I had with beeswax, and I never mentioned this in my video, I don't know why, but beeswax, even when it dries, it's still like having grease in your hair. Like, it has for my hair, and probably with other people who have coarse hair, it probably has a good hold. But even when it holds well, it's still greasy. So it's not a stocking cap I was sleeping with. It was it was some type of cap I was sleeping with, and it was like thick. And I would go to sleep, and I would notice that I had like purple, like dark purple on my pillow. And I was like, where did this dark purple come from? I need to learn how to wash clothes better. Then I started noticing that it was on my dorm wall, which is white. And when I normally read with my head against the wall. And I noticed it was purple residue on the wall. It's like, something is really weird going on here. And at this time, I'm still not thinking it's my do-rag. It's not my cap. Then I went home. My mama, and I'm pretty sure most of y'all mamas, or y'all got that family member who's a stickler on people walking into their room and laying on their bed and laying on their pillows. And growing up, your mom's room was pretty much off limits unless she was in there. But as I got older, my mom didn't really care about it, especially when we got our dog. But I went in there over the break, and I laid on one of her pillows, and I woke up, and it was that purple stuff. I was like, oh, it's my cat. So basically, that was the issue I was having. I guess, the grease was from the beeswax was able to seep through the cap, and it also allowed it to bleed. So it carried the dye from the cap onto whatever I was laying on. So I stopped using that cap for like overnight use. Sometimes I'll throw it on throughout the day, but I pretty much just use a white do-rag now, and I don't use the beeswax. Like I said, I use organic root stimulator like in twist gel. Also, I don't really have itching. Like, I think the itching that I do have is pretty much standard. Like, it's regular itching, but I haven't been I moisturized once since my retwist, and that was this past Thursday or this past Saturday. Can't really remember, but I basically moisturized my hair with aloe oil, and I also used Dr. Miracle's hair growth oil, and I put it in my hand and just went straight through my head like that. And you can actually kind of see some of the flakage, like right here. The whole section is just flaky. There's Snow White and a Huntsman all up and through my head. But otherwise, I'm loving my hair. As far as I didn't want them small, but I think at the end of the day, I think, you know, I look good with hair anyway. So I'm not even too messed up about size anymore. I just can't wait for them to lock, so I can kind of loosen up on my regimen. So maybe I can be able to rinse more often as it relates to if I ever have an issue with residue, or I can do like a light wash, because really I'm really trying to be careful because I don't want them to come down. I'm not really working out anymore because I'm not running track this semester, but I really just can't wait till they lock, so I can start, you know, kind of styling it some, and, you know, just be more versatile besides, you know, just having it twisted right now. But other than that, did y'all see the Grammys? Like, I didn't actually see the Grammys. I never really watched the Grammys. I normally find out who wins. Like, I normally know the nominees, of course, before the Grammys, and I normally just look at who wins, like, afterwards. Like, I Google it. But one thing I normally make sure I check into is, like, the performers and the fashions. And let me tell y'all, this is the first thing I can think about. Like, J-Lo needs to do something with her life. Like, I feel like, and a lot of people feel this way too. I feel like she's trying to relive that Grammy moment when she had on the green dress and her butt out and her boobage cleavage out. I think she's trying to relive that because she had on a nice dress. I just don't want to see it on her no more. Like, you got babies, you need to be focusing on your career more. But you got your, you know, your little thigh all out. Like, get your life. Like, what are you doing? I'm tired of this half naked steez that she's putting on. But that's J-Lo. One person that I feel like showed out is Kelly Rowland. Kelly Rowland looks so good. Like, I don't know what Kelly Rowland is doing in life. I don't know what kind of milk she drinking, or if God is touching her face while she's sleeping, but she is just radiant. Like, she had on this black dress with like cutouts, and it was like sheer, and it was just like phenomenal. Kelly Rowland looks beautiful. The only thing I didn't like was nothing. She was cool. Beyonce, she rocked it out. She was really different with the pantsuit. Like, with the pantsuit she had on, that's something I probably would have liked to see, like the Day Emmys or something like that. But at the end of the day, Beyonce looked pretty good. Katy Perry, I noticed her and Lady Gaga kind of have done the same thing. Even Nicki Minaj, as relates to their image, they start off with things that garner attention, like wearing boxes on the red carpet, wearing cheese outfits and stuff, and, you know, having all this crazy different like hair colors and stuff, like fluorescent hair, glow in the dark hair. Like, what are you doing with your life? But if you notice, they've gotten away from that. Like, even Nicki trying to look her age. Like, Nicki's like 50, you know. She's trying to actually look, you know, her age. She got her little mature thing going on. But why my own Nicki? She didn't get a Grammy, did she? I don't know. That's one thing I ain't looking to. But anyway, Katy Perry, she had on this like peppermint extract dress or whatever. You know, good for you, Katy Perry. You know, I wasn't too impressed. I'm just glad, you know, she's gotten away from that Candyland outfit, you know, she used to wear. But, you know, she on her grown woman. Alicia Keys, baby, I know you coming into your womanhood, but you like cut it out. Like her dress was like, it was like leather seat belts on the top, strapped across her stomach, and then she had just a regular skirt, I guess, on the bottom. It was just real weird, and I was just like, Alicia Keys, do something with your life. But anyway, that's the Grammys. But the performances, man, as far as the performances, Rihanna sung one of my favorite songs from her album, which is Stay, and this is the first time she performed it with Mickey Echo, which is the guy that sings on the album. But normally when she sings the song, she sings his verse and her verse, but he actually sang with her. I think the performance was it was okay. I mean, it wasn't her best. Like when she if you YouTube her singing Stay at the X Factor grand finales, she did a phenomenal job. But at the Grammys, I feel like it left more to be desired from that performance. I feel like Rihanna is starting to tap into, or is trying to tap into, her emotions as it relates to being an artist. I feel like she's trying to get away from that gimmick of just dancing, and she's really trying to tap into being a vocal performer, but that's not where she is. So, I mean, I can appreciate her growing into that direction. But who else? Frank Ocean. About Frank Ocean, I don't have any problems with his sexuality. That's between him and God. Because he's a celebrity, of course, we look at it and be like, okay, he's gay. But at the end of the day, what we say doesn't and shouldn't affect these individuals' lives. Like, it's them. Let them live their lives, even though he publicly came out with it. I think he had to do that for himself, just to keep people from digging around. But he sang his song Forrest Gump. I have Channel Orange, which is his debut album. I love the album. I even though the song is talking about a guy, I think it's a really nice song. I like how he took the aspects from the actual movie and made it into a song. But vocally, it left, like Rihanna's performance, it left a lot to be desired. Like, vocally, he got off key like all the time. The only thing that was in key was the whistle at the end. I was like, yeah, you better whistle in key. But honestly, I feel like, and I'm a Frank Ocean fan, I feel like this performance was not meant to be a vocal performance. I think it was supposed to be an emotional one. And in light of everything that's been going around about him in the media, him and Chris Brown arguing, and him, having all these people talking about his sexuality, and I feel like that song pretty much was about transparency of emotion and showing, that this is who I am, and this lifestyle I live is for me. So he slowed the song down a little. He gave this very beautifully put together visual of like a road and him running up the road, and I thought that was like a phenomenal piece. Kind of reminded me of how Beyonce was kind of innovative with the screens during the Super Bowl. But basically, he was running up the road, and you saw him running up on the screen, and he ran up on you, and I was like, whoa, he in my eyeball and stuff. But I think it was a phenomenal emotional performance vocally, though. It was just like listening to cockroaches sing the national anthem. Like, it was pretty decent, I can't complain too much. But like I said, I know he can sing because I've been to one of his concerts, and he sang Forrest Gump, and he's pretty much sung his whole album, and he sung songs off Nostalgia Ultra, which is his mixtape, I guess you can call. And I think that mixtape had more vocally demanding songs on it than this one. But he can sing, so that's not even a question. That's like Beyonce messing up. That's like her lip singing the national anthem. Like, she can sing. Like, what you mad at? I mean, she lip sung, but I don't think the president didn't know. Like, I really don't think he cared. But the one thing I do have to talk about before I end this video, I'm hitting 15 minutes, which is like my longest video so far. But the Bob Marley tribute, like, I love Bob Marley, and I'm not saying this because I'm growing locks, and I think that's kind of like a common misconception that if you growing locks, okay, you really open to this lifestyle of smoking weed, this, that, and the other. Look, I don't care. I like music. I love music, and Bob Marley's music is very spiritual. It's almost like listening to Bible verses. Like, I mess with the Rastafarian faith and belief. I have a lot of friends here at the university who are Rastafarians, and they're real Rastafarians. Like, and they're the coolest, mellow people. I mean, of course, I know why they're mellow, but yeah, that Bob Marley tribute, a lot of people said, you know, it lacked, but I was like, I think it was a perfect transition. They got, you know, it wasn't like the Whitney Houston tribute, and you know, because she died, they kind of changed everything. The same thing happened with Michael Jackson because his death was so sudden. They rushed to put together this tribute, but I think Bob Marley's tribute was, you know, spot on. They covered Rihanna's vocals up, which was, you know, straight. I'm glad they didn't give her too many vocal parts where it was like, oh my God, she messing up the Bob Marley tribute. But Sting, oh my God, Sting's vocals on that tribute was nice. And I can't regret to mention Damon and Ziggy Marley. Like, they're so consistent as artists, and no, they're not as mainstream as a lot of artists. And I think I have an idea why that is, and I don't necessarily think that they care about being mainstream. But Damon and Ziggy Marley got up there and killed it. Like, whenever they sound so much like Bob, it's like crazy. It's almost like listening to the record. But that tribute was short, and I wish that's the only thing that I wish it was longer. And I did appreciate the fact that they didn't sing, you know, One Love, which was actually sang at the Grammys. No, that wasn't. I think it was One Love with U2 and Mary J. Blige. They kind of went into it, but song selection was nice. I really appreciate the fact that Bruno Mars started off the tribute. He sang a beautiful song, Locked Out of Heaven, which is, I think, all of Bruno Mars' songs are almost like singles. Like, I was listening to his album, and I can actually hear each one of those songs being a single. But Locked Out of Heaven was a perfect song that was a nice segue into the Bob Marley tribute. And, you know, even though it wasn't long, I appreciated it. You know, I have no complaints. You know, congrats, and much appreciation to the Grammy committee for actually putting together that performance, because it's not often that you see a Bob Marley tribute on an award show. And hopefully, you know, BET picks something up, you know, when they do their award show this summer, and they do their tribute. Hopefully they look at trying to do a Bob Marley tribute. I mean, I'd appreciate seeing, you know, some hip-hop artists doing a tribute to Bob Marley. You know, something real cool, make something shake. But anyway, I know my video is approaching 20 minutes, so I'm gonna cut it off here. So many blessings to y'all. Y'all keep me y'all thoughts and prayers, because this semester I am taking 18 hours, and I'm trying to graduate, ensure that I graduate on time, and get this degree, and hopefully I can make somebody mama proud. All right, y'all.